Hey, welcome back to my podcast. My name is Debbie. I am the She in Sheality TV and the Sheality TV podcast. And today I want to talk about the 90 Day Fiance, the OG 90 Day Fiance first episode, season 9. Oh my God, where do we start? Okay, so let's start with we kind of are getting a feel for the couples. Let's start with Bilal and Shaida. I don't know if I'm going to do all of the couples in this episode, but I think I'll do Bilal and Shaida and Cara and Guillermo. Is his name Guillermo? Why am I thinking? When I say Guillermo, I think of the dude on Jimmy Kimmel. But anyway, so let's start with Bilal and Shaida, okay? Shaida, however he says her name. So Bilal he's supposed to be in his 40s, early 40s, and he's a real estate agent and a real estate investor. But this dude, no, I'm sorry. It's only the first episode and already I don't like it. I don't like him. Why do I not like him? You know why I don't like him. I don't like him because this dude comes off like the kind of dude who he flexes what he's got on social media so he can get women. And then when women come to him or when they get in his DMs because they like what they see, he calls them gold diggers. And he doesn't even have anything that much. Like, come on. The house, not that big a deal. Like, he's not the first man to own a house, right? He's driving a C-Series Mercedes like he thinks it's an S-Class. And I don't like him. The Men's Warehouse suit, the C-Series Mercedes. I'm not saying that, he's broke, whatever. But I don't know. The flex is just that's not it for me. I'm not liking it. Then he meets Shaida because he says that she, jumped into his, DMs on either they met on Facebook or on Instagram, but his ex-wife says that he loves to flex on Facebook. So if they met on Facebook and his ex-wife says that he likes to show off on Facebook, that tells me that Shaida knew exactly or she thinks that she's dealing with someone who has money, right? And I don't know why all of a sudden he wants to test her, right? Remember that scene where he says that he's going to take her to his childhood home as if that's the house he actually lives in? Well, I'm thinking, okay, but he also says that she doesn't know anything about whether or not he has money because he didn't tell her anything. But I'm like, okay, if your ex is saying that you like to flex on social media and that's where you and Shaida met, how are you now saying that she doesn't know anything about where you live or she doesn't know anything about whether or not you have money because when they FaceTime, he's always sitting against a white wall, right? Then when he says he's going to take her to his childhood home and see if, see what she says or how she reacts, I don't know. I think she would be well within her rights to be pissed because he's flexing on social media about how he's got all this and he's got all that and he takes her to this rundown house. That's rude. I'm sorry. That's rude. All that does is make him look like a liar. And then when he turns around and says it's a prank, I hate pranks, but he turns around and says it's a prank. That makes him look like a jerk. And I'm sorry, guys. I know it's only the first episode, but this dude is a douche. I already don't like him at all. Then when he threatens to put her out of the car so she can take an Uber because she's putting her hands on him. Okay. First off, I don't know why she would be hitting him in any way, shape or form, whether it's a love tap or I just see her like tapping him in the head and I think, yeah, I would never do that. But he doesn't seem to appreciate it. And I guess, you know what? I think he's right. I don't see that he's right to the extent that he needs to threaten her with putting her out of the car on the side of the road. But I'd be like, yeah, dude, put me out. I'd get in that Uber. I'd go right back to the airport and I'd go home. He would never hear from me again. But I don't like this guy. I don't like him. I do think she is kind of gold diggish to some extent, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I do know for a fact that I don't like him. But let's talk about what's her face, Cara and Guillermo. I'm sorry, you guys, this man is he's a child. He's a baby. He's 23, but he looks more like a 17-year-old. And she's 29. Okay, I know that the difference between 23 and 29 is not all that big. But when you're a 29-year-old woman trying to get with a 23-year-old, yes, I know biologically speaking, he's a man, but no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. It doesn't work for me. They're supposed to be all so madly in love, and he's going to try and fly on an expired passport, but they say it's okay because he got his visa. Like, he got the K1 visa, and he's supposed to be coming to the States. But I'm just like, no, these two just feel wrong to me. It feels like she's trying to, I know this sounds really terrible. It feels like she's trying to date a child because he looks like a baby. He looks like a baby. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't. And word in the wind, one of my subscribers, you know who you are, sent me a DM this morning saying that they're already broken up and all of that stuff. But I'm just like, yeah, it's too early in the game to be looking at that stuff or to be listening to that stuff. I take it with a grain of salt. Let's see what happens. And if they are already broken up, who's surprised? Truly, who's surprised? Not me. Not in the least. Anyways, I decided to do this as a voiceover today because I am like rough. I was not feeling like getting in front of a camera at all today. Not today. Anyways, again, and as usual, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.